Here's another update with Eli's Off-Road Endeavor on the workshop build. So the bid process had closed last Thursday. Today is August, gosh, is it the 11th already? Closed on the 6th. And of the 9, there was 4 that hadn't submitted bids. One had said that they were going to submit one on Tuesday prior to the deadline, never heard back, even sent out emails to all of the companies to check to see where they're at and if they needed more information or answer questions. So I've selected NorCal Steel Buildings. We already went over that in another video, and starting the design process with them to get all the fine details sorted out and into contract. But today is the 11th and we're 5 days past the deadline, and I just received 2 responses from those companies that hadn't provided a bid. One of them came back and said that they no longer were able to provide cold form steel buildings. They were only doing the tube structures and the red iron buildings, which neither would work for my application. The other building was a little bit higher in the price, but it might be partially due to the fact that they changed the specs and the offerings. So one of the things they added was insulation. One of the things they added was a gutter. One of the things they changed in the building design was raising the walls. That was to accommodate that full 12-foot door. However, that wasn't anything that we consulted on directly. I would have been fine with it, and that's what we ended up doing with NorCal Steel. We ended up raising the roof to fit the door. But it was just the fact that they would send it with the changes added and no consulting at all for that. And I know that we could have gone back and forth afterwards, but it just wasn't according to the bid specifications, and there was no communication to change those. I'm happy with NorCal Steel Buildings. We'll go into another video about all the processes that have been taking place with them since I went into contract with them. I'm super happy. There's been some growing pains and some adjustments, and we'll get into that in another video. But here we are 5 days past the deadline. Happy with NorCal Steel Buildings, and just an update on where those other companies came in a little bit late without an opportunity to provide a structure, and also a little high on the cost. So we're going to keep moving forward with NorCal Steel Buildings and wait and see this come to shape. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, be happy to see them in the comments below. Until next time.